Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put it in work, go rub. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and go easy, off the easy for cheesy. With my steppers, our special kids, making picks so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All my fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat O'Teasy, Jeremy McGinnis, Bill Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ryan Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
Yo. If it ain't live, it ain't me. It's your boy Bo. Episode 27. The Dub, the first show of 2023. It's going down in D-Town. What up, J Mac?
What it do, man? How's it going? Happy New Year, happy holidays, all that good stuff, man.
Yes, sir. So look, man, it look like it's just me and you flying solo dolo, man. Just want to give a shout out and condolences to my boy Swaggy. I know he suffered a loss and stuff like that, and not gonna be on the show. So we want to hold it down, man. Y'all put the prayer hands up in the chat for my boy Swaggy and his family, man. So, we want to definitely take time to do that. Also, I want to do the same thing for the whole Carter family. I saw, the situation with the band students and that passed away also. Man, heartfelt, just it sucks. It sucks to have to lose young ones like that, man.
Yeah, man, definitely want to give a shout out to them, man, and prayers to the whole family.
No doubt. So if y'all know any of them, man, y'all just, put your prayer hands up and pray for them. Don't say you're going to do it and don't do it. Actually go out there and do it, man, because it is needed in this day and time. Right. B-Rise, what it do,
up,
brother?
What up, fellas?
What's going on, homie?
Oh, man, it's another day, man. How y'all doing, man?
Hey, man, we doing it, man.
Ain't seen you since last year.
For sure.
Yes, sir. So, what you got going, brother? What's been going on?
Man, just trying to take it one day at a time, man. Same old. Getting stuff taken care of. But I got some big things coming this year. I'm leaving it at that. You know what I'm saying? I got some big stuff coming.
Okay. We gotta see what they do.
Oh yeah.
Down there, Big Stepper. I went out skating with Big Stepper, man.
Tell him about that.
Yeah, dog. Hey, dog. Hey, homie be out there on. Hey,
bro,
he out there like he auditioned for a roll bounce or somebody. I think T.I. He's out there with T.I. on Sundays or something, man. He out there just rolling.
But I thought I saw you on ATL.
Yeah, that was him. He be out there at Cascade on Sunday night.
You know what I'm saying? hey, your wife got them new earrings.
Hey, it was fun though, man. I had a blast with the homies, dog. That was fun. I told you, man. Of course, I don't skate, so I just sat on the sideline and cheered. Because I'm not going. I'm too big and too old to be falling down while them youngsters jumping over my head and carrying on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look, yeah, bro. I done a little skating in my time, and bro, yeah, I'm still feeling them pains. Oh man. J Mac, bro, I heard you been creeping in them internet streets, man. You got some stuff for us?
Hey man, these streets been hot, dog. The internet streets been just crazy. I can go over just a few things, man, but I'm telling you, as you know, it's transfer season. Everybody moving. You know what I'm saying? From now to, you know, hey, income tax money finna come in. Everybody packing up, moving. You know what I'm saying? Everybody packing up. They got to move. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, let me hit them with this real quick then for you.
Cruising the internet streets in 564 with J Mac, only on the Dub.
Yeah, man. But first off, I want to give a shout out to Emmett Jones, you know, our own Seagoville, former sock head coach, you know what I'm saying, Skyline Lincoln. He jumped over from Texas Tech. He at Oklahoma now as the Oklahoma wide receivers coach. So give him a big shout out. Give a big shout out to Coach O. Coach O, you know what I'm saying? He finally eased up into the college ranks now. He doing it big, recruiting in the recruiting department at North Texas. You know what I'm saying? So he over there. So expect to see a lot of DFW cats, you know, going up 35, man. Because I know he gonna do a good job getting them cats there. Also joining him as tight end coach is the former Lancaster head coach, Chris Gilbert. You know what I'm saying? He actually gonna be an on the field coach, tight ends coach. So what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he got another nice raise. I'm gonna tell you, man, low key Gilbert cleaning up.
He is.
I think Gilbert is my role model for if I was a coach, because he cleaning up, dog. He just rolling. He getting raise after raise every year. You know what I'm saying?
Like a bug.
So shout out to Chris Gilbert, man. They gonna do big things out there. I already know. I want to give another shout out to Duncanville, man. Duncanville got 2 Max Prep first team All-Americans.
Woo!
Indeed. Yeah, shout out to Colin Simmons on defense, All-American, and of course Caden Durham. So everybody that was trying to argue about me who the best running back, we can let that go. We can let it go now.
Yeah, they were trying to fight. You know, they were trying to fight over that debate. They were trying to fight. Well, it's over. The debate's over. We know it's over.
We can let it go now. You know what I'm saying? So
this thing both goes shout out to them, man. They got a whole another year to go.
Oh yeah, they just juniors.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Anything else on the internet streets popping?
Man, what else we got, man? I want to give a shout out to my homie Leneric and Camp 8 over there that they got going on, man. We got I didn't make it last week. My uncle was in the hospital, but I do want to say, man, we got to make it out there, man, because they be putting in some serious work. It's a beautiful thing to see all them young cats out there competing, lifting, working out. You know, they all from different areas. So if you want to know why it's so hard in the southern sector, it's because them guys grinding. They getting it out the mud for real.
No doubt. Yeah, that camp is serious, man. I don't know what happened to all that equipment running rains and stuff. I guess he got some good tarps out there or something.
Man, hey, I'm gonna go out there, man. Say, Jay, man,
they old school. They out there lifting rusted weights and everything. they just out there, dog. It's almost like you at the yard at the pen. You know what I'm saying? They just going out there working, bro.
They was getting, man. I was ask for gym membership. I might say shit.
They putting it in, dog.
Yeah, they getting it, boy.
Hey, shout out though, because you know it's a lot of kids out there. Every time I go out there, I see a Desoto shirt on, see sock kids, I see Cedar Hill. You know, it's just a big mix of kids that come out there, right? You know that come do their thing, man.
Oh yeah, hey dog, they working, man. They working, man. And I'm just talking about these like big name, these starters and carrying on. You know what I'm saying? These guys that hold big roles at the big schools. You know what I'm saying? From the big school to the little school. Yeah, they out there working, man. So shout out to the brother Leneric, man. He doing good work.
I'm gonna bring my son out there. I'm gonna get my son out there, man. I'm had to, you know.
Hey, I
had to come out there. I need to drop about 20 pounds myself. So.
Hey, I'm gonna wait till the summertime and go out there because I know it's gonna be some serious sweating going on out there.
Oh yeah, you gonna drop 20 pounds?
Yeah,
no doubt.
Y'all gonna see sexy J Mac on the camera next season. I'm being Camp 8.
That's what's up. Hey guys, we got special guests coming on. We got some champs, champ coming in the building. And what I want to do before I bring them on, Coach Beattie from Desoto U. I want to play an interview I did back with him, I think on September the 23rd, because it's relatable to him being on the show today. Let's roll with it.
Pat Boteezy, the dub, with my guy, Coach Beattie, probably one of the most famous faces in the program. How long have you been up here? About 10 years? 12 years. 12 years. Been in the program for a long time. They've seen a lot of great play up here and stuff. How you feeling about this year's team and your cornerbacks, DBs, and all that?
I think we got a really good shot at winning state. I think we got a really good shot. I think our team is coming together. Our offense is coming together. You saw tonight putting up 45 points. We work every week to get better.
One thing that people try to accuse DeSoto of being is not physical, a finesse, pretty team, but I was just talking to my guy right here. I said they were physical tonight, and that's what it's going to take to get to state. Have y'all been preaching that?
Correct. And we do tackling circuit every week. We go live. We go full pass on Tuesday, and we go 100 miles an hour hitting each other.
Love it. I love it. You know what? And that is a change because you go to a lot of programs. We go to a lot of practices. And some practices they hit a little bit, some practices they don't hit at all. Yeah. So that is the key to it. And I know Coach Mathis practices hard and stuff. So you feel like that's going to be the key to getting y'all to that level?
I think so. I think being physical in practice and then hitting the weight room. I think we added the weight room element more this year than we ever have before to try to get us to those later rounds.
Absolutely. Coach Beattie, he is a pillar of the program. Give a shout out to the Dub real quick.
Shout out to the DFW, shout out to hometown Eagle Pass, Texas. And like I told y'all earlier, sometimes you got to slap your little brother and let him know who runs his house.
That's strong, baby. Pat Boteezy reporting live for the Dub.
Yeah. Hey, I also want to say,
Yes,
I have one thing to say. Cedar Hill, what you waiting on? The man just down the street. The man down the street. That's all I'm going to say. But you out here getting turned down by everybody. I done turned it down twice. Look, man, it's a man down the street. He waiting for the job. Go get my man.
Coach Beattie.
That man needs need a program. He ready.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Dub.
Appreciate it.
Man, glad to have you back. Looking back on that interview, you were saying some real deal Holyfield stuff. You were talking about how you guys practiced, how you felt like you were going to win the championship, had a chance to win the championship at that point early in the season. I believe it was about week 4, maybe week 5. What gave you that confidence at that point to name it and claim it?
I'll tell you what, man, the most important thing we had this year really was the buy-in from the kids and the relationships. You know, everybody's going to have cats. At some point, you know, X's and O's are X's and O's. Football is football, whether it'll be NFL, whether it be at the collegiate level, whether it be at the high school level. But the players are the ones that play. And if the players buy in and they believe, that goes a long way. We had a lot of kids that were not going to let us lose.
No doubt. So there was we had a conversation before the game, before the show, and you kind of told me about how you felt after the championship. And it was interesting because, you know, you would think you'd be partying like it's 1999, but, you know, the season is a drain. And then especially for you and Clyde, because, you know, it's not even just a season, it's really a career, you know, to get to this point. You guys hear the talks, the whispers in the city, the hate, the underachieving. They had too much talent. They ain't do it. They can't coach. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talked to some other coaches from other teams that caught that same hell. But I think y'all caught it to an even different degree because we know it's DeSoto U for a reason. The talent through here is ridiculous and stuff like that. But just tell me your feelings after the game because, you know, it was just kind of, you know, a little surprising to me, but understandable.
I'll tell you what, I had more satisfaction probably, and I'm going to take it back a week when we beat Geyer. Everybody in the state of Texas probably picked us to lose. Every reporter lose.
Except the Dub.
Kept the Dub, right? And I don't know if you caught at the end. I went up to Claude and I gave him a hug, and you know I buried my face and I was literally crying because I've been here so long. You know, I've seen the highs, the lows, the what could have been, what should have been, the what if Kyler Murray was somewhere else? What if we would have gone D2? What if this and what if that? I've been through all of it. We get to the state game, and I was out there before, probably about an hour before we were supposed to be out there. And I saw Vandergrift walk out, and I saw their coaches looking around with the ooh and the ah. And I said, oh, we're about to beat the shit out of these boys. Because they were so focused on the ooh and the ah.
Right.
We've been at Cowboy Stadium, so there was no ooh and ah for me. I've been there. I've seen it. I played on it. I've lost in there, and I've won in there. So the minute I saw their faces more worried about the crowd and the lights, I said, it's on. And then when we came out of the tunnel, and I don't know if you saw the pregame, and we saw our kids, I said, we're about to beat the shit out of these boys.
Yeah, I think yeah, we got, well, let me see that I got the tunnel, because I think that was dope.
We're live, baby. The Dub in the building. Desoto youth coming out for the state title game. Get all the swag in the world.
Yeah, bro, that felt like a boxer coming out. I felt like Mike Tyson coming out to annihilate somebody at a fight. Me and Swag was down there when y'all were coming through, bro, and I ain't never seen that much swag and energy coming out to a game. It was exciting. Had me crunk.
Yeah. So we fast forward, the end of the game. I give Claude a hug at the end of the game. It didn't even feel like we won a state title. I was more happy that he won a state title. I was happy that he got to host that trophy, and all the haters and all the BS and all that was done. They can never take it away from him. They can never take it away from us. I was happy for the kids. The minute I got off my truck, still in the tunnel from Cowboy Stadium, like I told you earlier, I called home, I called my kids, and I said in my head, Daddy's not a coach anymore. Daddy's a dad. I got to go home and be a father, because I haven't been a father in 6 months.
Wow.
Because I've been in the grind, and I didn't even go back to school. I went straight home. The other guys stayed there, and they stayed for the Duncanville game. I went straight home to go be a dad.
Man, well, hey,
I know y'all put a lot of hours in, man. Y'all put a lot of hours.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, hey, I know y'all had a show called The Eagles View. I just saw the episode with you and Claude, man. Y'all some bad boys. Did you see that one?
Which one was that one? Oh,
that one right there. Oh man, y'all got. He ain't even seen this episode. Y'all got to check this episode out. It's some bad boys.
I got to screenshot that. So I got to go find it.
That's one I created, but hey, we'll do something with it in the future.
You got to send me that.
I got you. I will send you that.
All right.
Speaking of the grind, and then I'm gonna turn over to my co-host, and then I got more stuff. I got a lot of stuff for you tonight. You guys started your season out in Oregon. I mean, exciting to go out to Oregon, Nike headquarters, big deal, Holyfield, play St. Augustine, whoop them boys up. Just talk about the preparation and the feel of that. Now, one thing I'm gonna say is, to me, that stadium sucks. I'm like, what the hell are they playing on? But other than that, tell me about that experience and starting the season that way.
Man, what a lot of people don't realize is the logistics of what goes into games like those. The airline tickets, making sure we have everybody on the flight. We had the airline mess up our flight 4 different times. We had people that had to get on a different flight, fly into Eugene, and then drive down to meet us because their flights got messed up. So the logistics of airplane tickets, travel, meals, hotel, it's a big headache. And the thing that I didn't realize until the state game is a big headache. It's not about just coaching football. You got to deal with meeting with the UIL that Sunday, the officials, the logistics of the hotel. I mean, the buses, the rosters, I mean, even right now, who's getting the ring, who's not getting the ring, who's getting the state shirt, it's just a bunch of logistical stuff on top of the coaching aspect.
Yeah. A lot of what you could call distractions in the end.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. J Mac, you can go ahead. I was looking for something, but you can go ahead. I got way more stuff that I want to talk to you about, Coach.
Now, other than telling Cedar Hill get the head out their ass, but
Right.
one thing I just want to see one team do something, man. Cause we showed that picture a while ago, man. I just want somebody to tell Ross West, not today. Let us have our shine. I want to see the first team that tell Ross West no photo bombing. Yeah, right there. No, we don't even know what he did. Yeah. Even that, we gotta tell him he gotta pick a team. You can't be on everybody's photo. I'm just saying, man. That's just something I know. I'll be like, God dang, ain't nobody ever seen him until a big game. Next thing you know, Ross out there with the coin toss.
The funny thing is, I walked in the stadium with Royce West and down the elevator with him and everything. I had to keep showing my credentials. He didn't show nothing. He just walked right up in that thing like he owned
it. Right. You never know, Ross. Ross made a lot of money. But anyway, Coach. So now we in the off season, man. Looking back on that season, I will say I was most surprised at how physical Desoto was that through the whole year. Like not just got up for one game, didn't just get up for one or two games, but pretty much stayed physical the whole year. What went into that? Like what when did y'all decide to kind of change it up? I know you're gonna say, oh, we always been like that, but I'm about to disagree. This year was different. I mean, I know what my eyes see it. This year was definitely a way more physical team throughout the whole year, not just one particular game. Not, it was just a whole year. It was just a different, more physical team. So I'm just wondering when did that change?
I'll tell you what. I went to the football clinic in the summer, and I heard Coach K speak from Galena Park, North Shore, and he was showing the practice schedule. He was showing video, and by coincidence, the only video and practice schedule he had was the championship week against Duncanville. Those guys lift weights 4 days a week. And they also come back and lift on Saturday. So they're lifting 5 days a week. Now, the weight varies. But I like the idea of the focus. He paid attention to the weight room. And he got it from Alabama. So I came back and I told Claude, I said, hey, this is what North Shore is doing. We got speed. I can't make 6'8". I can't make 6'7". So the only way you can combat 6'8", 6'7", 6'5" is by building strength. So it started in the weight room in the summer. And I think we really hit the weight room hard this year. We hit it more than we ever have before. There's been times where we've taken like a day off, a week off, we'll sacrifice the weight room over everything else. This year we didn't. We focused on the weight room. We focused on getting stronger. And when we got in the weight room, we focused on the details. We held those kids accountable. We're back day 2. We've probably done more up downs than lifting because holding the kids accountable, standing up straight, standing up with their eyes forward, no flinching, and I think it starts from there, the building the strength and building the toughness in the weight room that translates into the field.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I know you told us y'all also was saying that y'all a little bit more physical in practice during the week too.
Yeah, we go tackling circuit, then we go individual tackling, and then we do thud during first 2 periods every Monday and every Tuesday when we go tempo. So we're hitting each other a lot, good on good.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we're being smart about it. We're not going to take no cheap shots. We're not going to, hit a defensive receiver. But we'll use it as an example where somebody's running a cross and my safety holds up. I'll tell him in the game, I want you to take his damn head off.
Right.
And if we're inside the 30, I want you to go ahead with the helmet and I'll take the 15. But I want you to set the tone right now. So he will never run back through the middle again.
And that's hey man, I love to hear it, man, because that's just I was proud to see Desoto that physical. The way y'all really was a more physical team against Guyer.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like y'all just came out and punched them in the mouth and they never recovered. By the time they even got back on their feet, game was out of hand. So it was just a big difference. Huh?
I remember you mentioned in the game that the quarterback arm was just beat up from top to bottom, and it was. I saw the picture with Swag, and I'm like, God, dog, that boy, it looked like Dak against Washington last week. But but that goes to the physicality. Coach, you mentioned and B-Rise, if you got anything, let me know. Just let me know when you want to jump in. But you mentioned about the coaches clinic earlier. I've been seeing a lot of stuff coming in the coaches clinic. I'm gonna see if the Dove can sneak up in there. We might be able to get up in there pretty easily. I don't know how that works, but that's the part where there is a lot of moving and shaking going on in the background. That's where schedules are being set for next year. Coaching jobs are being talked about or whatever, meeting with different coaches and stuff. That's where all that goes down.
If you go to the state clinic, which will be in Houston this year, there is bulletin boards of jobs that are available.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a state clinic. These right here are pretty much to network and kind of go pick up, a couple of new things you can use for practice, a couple of new drills you can use. We went down to TCU to look at that practice the other day, and when we picked up something they do on special teams, they have the field goal unit and they have the extra point unit going at the same time, basically to get extra reps in with the amount of time they're doing it. We picked up, something new. As long as you go to a clinic and pick up something new, it's a win-win for the program. Another thing, the thing I like about coaching track is during the track meet, you get to network all day long with coaches. In football games, you don't get to do that. You're separated by a field, and you don't talk to each other until after the game, and it's a quick handshake. And if you whoop their ass, they don't even want to shake your hand anyway.
Right.
So there's no really communication. So I use clinics as a form to communicate, have a lot of one-on-one, the same thing I use JV and freshman games. I went to, when we played sock, me and Coach Spencer talked for probably about 25 minutes. And somebody asked me, like, man, why did you talk to Spencer for 25 minutes? I said, that's the difference between a young coach and somebody who's been here for 22 years. Me and Spencer talked, but without him knowing, I just interviewed Spencer. If I ever become a head coach, Spencer will always have a job with me. He didn't know that. He probably, until maybe tonight, if he sees this.
He know now. He know now.
Now he knows. But I was interviewing the person, not the X's and O's. I want to know what you do outside of football. Family, values, stuff like that. Are you a good guy? Are you loyal? In that conversation, I know he's a loyal guy. I know he has passion. I know he cares about his kids. So in my eyes, Spencer will always have a job if I could give him one.
Oh yeah, that's definitely my guy too. That's the young bull. Yeah, I call him young bull.
Yeah. Hey,
and he come from a great coaching tree. Like Spencer is gonna be tailor made for a head coaching job at some point.
Absolutely.
Because he coming. Yeah, he come from a good tree. And I tell people the measure of great coaches, you got to start looking at their coaching tree. And the one he coming, obviously he comes from Sample's tree all the way, down with Todd. So
yeah, even playing for Samples or whatever.
Yeah, playing with him. And if you notice, that's one thing I noticed about Samp, man. He have a lot of ex-players that come back and coach.
Absolutely.
And then leave. So
Absolutely. But hey, Coach, don't pick up the defense from TCU. So yeah, that's another story.
Hey, also, and that's another thing, Coach. I was so happy y'all got rid of that 3-man front.
Yeah, man. Don't ever do that.
I'm gonna be honest, man. If I ever see somebody with 3-man, I pick against them. I'm telling you right now, because I already know a tough team gonna run slap over. Yeah. Especially that old raggedy 3-3 stack. Look, everybody out there, you coaches, find you some business. Look, man, do not run no 3-3 stack against a power team. You can get away with that in nickel, get away with that with a finesse team. They like to throw the ball. But when you got to play against a team that's finna line up and hit you in the mouth, you finna give up so many yards. It ain't gonna, they gonna set records. They gonna set records.
Well, I hope nobody from TCU is watching this, but when we left practice on, I think it was Tuesday, the first thing I said was, "What's the spread?" I might put a G on with Georgia. I don't care what. I said because they don't have no edge player.
Absolutely, absolutely, bro. That no edge player, you playing with a bunch of.
That's that 3-3 stack. See, a regular 3-4 is different. A regular 3-4 is kind of like a 5-man front anyway. Right. But I'm talking about that 3-3 stack. Yeah, that 3-3-5. Yeah, that's the one I don't like.
Yeah. I don't like that either. Man. It was 707. Yeah, my son playing a little of that in college. I don't like it. Yeah. But yeah, man. So good luck with you on the coaching clinic side, man. Make those relationships. I gotta go in that meeting now. I'm gonna have to go on in there and stuff. Maybe
if you still down in Houston, Coach, you know what I'm saying? We going on our own dime, so make sure you buy us a beer.
I got
you. Give me some Hennessy.
I'll tell you what. When you get to the state clinic, they have socials for everything, and they give free beer. All you gotta do is find out what the socials are and hit up on the socials.
My plan is to crash that party. My plan is to crash the big. I want to go to the big coach. I know they're having the Region 3 thing up here in Arlington.
Yeah,
but I want to crash the big party.
Hey, they're having a party on that one too. I think the after party is at the what's that Ranger thing? The
Globe Life.
Not Globe Life, but the Texas Live.
Yeah,
they having an after party. Yeah, they having an after party there. They're having some free giveaways. So I'm gonna have to bring my coach's pass and go up in there. As a matter of fact, I need a DeSoto coaching hat to go.
I got you.
For real.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: what is your desires as a head coach? Like, I know you're from Eagle Pass, and so different territory. You good with going to a different territory? You want to stay up in the Dub?
I'm good, man. I just want a good program. There's a lot of people that tell me like, when you're going for all these 6A jobs, and we had a discussion the other day. And I told somebody, I go, if I'm not going to bet on myself, then who am I going to bet on? I said, why not go for a 6A job? Why not go for a 5A job? I'm not going to. Why do I need to settle for a 3A? I said, I've been coaching for 23 years. I've been at LBJ. I've been at Austin Travis. I've been at Pflugerville, Conley, and I've been at Galveston Ball. I've been at DeSoto. I've seen everything you can see from Central Texas to H-Town to the Dub. There's not too much more that I haven't seen yet. Now, do I still have more to learn? Of course, and that's why I go to the clinics. That's why I always stay on Claude's hip pocket. That's why I ran into Coach Todd the other day at Papados, and I'll pick his brain. I'm always willing to pick people's brains that have already been there to learn something from them. So I just want a good program where I can get some good kids and I can get my staff and I can take care of my staff.
All right, Coach, just bring me on as a scout or something like that. I got you.
All right.
Hey, as a matter let me ask you this. So J Mac was mentioned in the Cedar Hill job. If they did come to you, would that be a hard job to take, knowing that you got to go against your brother?
Yes. Baby. Yes. I'll tell you what, I've been programmed to just want to beat Cedar Hill for a long time.
Absolutely.
And to the point where I don't even want to see red. You know, so I mean, to me, it's more. It's to me, it's more of a putting gas to the fire by them not calling me, because that just makes me want to beat their ass even more and put 70 on them. So I mean, you know, I like what they had, what they stood for. I just don't think Cedar Hill is Cedar Hill right now. And the longer they wait, me and Coach Todd talked about that at the Papados. The longer they wait, the more they're hurting that school and that program.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had that conversation behind the scenes with somebody today. Matter of fact, we were talking about it today because and I said all they doing is they basically they slow killing that whole program.
Yep.
Because you got to understand where you're at. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you don't understand the area you're in, you know you just gonna lose whether people like to admit it or not. You trying to, you know, like I told them, income tax season, families packing up, moving. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to get your coach in there.
Yep.
All right. What about man? I hate to get in your business like that, but has there been any contact with Red Oak with the opening going over there?
That'd be a good job, coach.
I like Red Oak.
That'd be a good one.
I think they're up and coming. Here's the biggest knock on me, and I'm extremely loyal. I'm extremely loyal to people who have been good to me. Coach Holmes was my first DC. People don't realize that. Coach Holmes was my first DC when I was in Austin. Coach Holmes has always been a good guy to me. He was our DC here at Desoto. Matter of fact, me and Coach Holmes played about 10 games of dominoes today, you know, just to kick it.
Right.
I don't like the way he was done. There's a lot of stuff behind the scene. I don't like the way the person who did that did it. And because of that, I just don't want to touch it.
Okay. Hey, respect on that. Hey, B. Rise, is Mansfield Legacy open?
So what now?
It says Mansfield Legacy open.
No, man. Hey.
Man, will you be interested in anything in DISD?
Yes. I was looking to see what was going to happen to Pinkston.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
I think you'll fit right in too. I think
they need that
kind of. You got to be strong. They need a strong head. That would be good.
Yeah, you'll fit in right perfectly.
Yeah,
and there's definitely talent over there that kind of leaves the area because not used to the culture. I think they'll stay. I mean, I know they'll stay. And then I'll be a recruiting agent, so they'll stay.
Oh no, we got my man Chris Lott. You heard that, Chris Lott?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like that. Piece the job. So you do rather stay? Cause I can. Hey, Arlington Martin just opened up. You throw your name in the hat.
Sure did.
That's a good one too, coach. Hey, coach, you got options, coach. You got some options.
I asked about Arlington Martin probably about 5 years ago, and this was with one of the Arlington Martin people, and I asked about Claude Mathis at Arlington Martin, and they made a comment that just didn't sit by me. It's like they'll never hire Claude over here. I said, what do you mean they'll never hire Claude over here? It's a lot of old money, and I said,
I already know what that means.
I said, so what you're talking about is a lot of old white money.
Right.
And they said, yeah. And when they said that, I was just like, well, y'all can go to hell too. It's like, so like those are the teams that I just want to, I enjoy beating the shit out of. Excuse my language.
Yeah, I enjoy watching y'all beat them too. Crowley's still open, right?
I don't know, but the one I'm interested to see what's going to happen is Rockwall Heath.
Oh, yeah, somebody.
I think that's gonna be coach. I think now Rockwall Heath gonna be interesting because I can't see that coach coming back.
Yeah, and we got a question on here. They wanted us to ask you about what you thought about the Rockwall Heath situation, and I guess the kids getting punished for losing to y'all by 50. I don't know what.
What makes this whole situation kind of strange is when we played Rockwall Heath, there was rumblings that they were after that coach.
Okay.
And now this happens. I mean, to me, is it a coincidence? Is it a situation where now they can use it against them? I'm not sure. There's always stuff behind the scenes that we never really know about till after the fact. So we'll see what happens there.
But you know what, Coach? When I was coming up, like I said, the players had to do 300 push-ups in 1 hour. To me, that was normal. I guess I've been out of school 20 years, but me personally, I don't see a problem with it. What do you think?
Man, I'll tell you what. When I read the story, I thought back when I was a freshman. My coach made me run a mile with a tire over my head, and in every corner I had to do 10 push-ups. Pick up the tire over my head, military style, 10 push-ups. And I did it. And I went home and I told my mom, I said, to hell with this. My mom said, you don't want to play next year? Don't play next year, but you're not quitting this year. You made a commitment, now finish it. And that was it. And I said, yes, ma'am. And I never questioned it, never did it. And it was done. But we live in such a different generation. We live in a generation where, social media plays such a part in the kid's life.
Politics.
I told my kids today, I teach economics and government. And we brought up Joey McGuire's son at Nebraska now. I said, that kid is set up for life. He's going to be a millionaire before he's 30 years old. I said, and there's nothing wrong with it. His dad helped him out. Matt Rule helped him out. But that's, to me, the greatest thing you can give your child, an opportunity to get ahead, generational wealth. And that's what I'm trying to get my kids in my class to see, the importance of building their wealth and then passing it on to their children, to give them an opportunity that a lot of other people have that we don't.
Yeah. And that's what you're supposed to do.
No doubt.
That's how you do it, Coach. That's how you do it. And not just family, like you say, it's also friends. And that's where the loyalty word come in from. When you're tight like that, Rule tight with McGuire, he take care of his kid. You know what I mean? And you see a lot of that out here. I don't think you see enough of it, but you see it. Right. You see enough of it.
All right. So Coach George Batres, you're in the background, sir. I'm gonna bring you in a minute. I know you've been hanging. There we go. We want to bring him in. Welcome to the club.
What's up? What's good?
What's going on, homie?
All right, we're gonna keep Coach Beattie on to the end, but we're gonna kind of mix and match a little bit. I want to bring him in because he's patiently waiting, but great young man. He actually reached out to the Dub behind the scenes because he was a fan of the Dub. Been watching the show since we came on and stuff like that. Love the energy of the show. But he also has value. He brings value to the Dub because we're going to work with him. We're going to partner up.
Yes, sir.
Do kicking camp, man. It's going down, man. So we appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We appreciate you wanting to partner up with the Dub to do something that's going to be groundbreaking. And so kicking camp, the locations and the times and dates will be announced soon. The price and all that will be announced soon. You see the information. I'm going to leave this up for a second. I want you to talk about who you are, where you come from, and what you do. Because you got some interesting stuff. There's some stuff you told me in the pre-show that I was cracking up on about Coach Todd then. But kind of tell us who you are, where you come from, and what you do while I leave this up for a little bit.
Yes, sir. Shoot, born and raised in Oak Cliff, Texas, baby.
Yes, sir.
Played soccer all my life from 4 years old all the way up to about 16, 17 years old. Attended Skyline back from 06 to 2010, class of 2010. Coach Samples was actually my coach in high school, along with Coach Todd, Coach Jones, which congratulations to him. He just got the job at Oklahoma, which is huge. And, like I said, I've been playing soccer all my life. And once I got to Skyline, I would see Mac Brown at Skyline. And I was like, man, what's Mac Brown doing here? And I'm like, and they're recruiting for the football team. And you know, I was playing soccer at the time, and man, there was no recruits coming to see anything about soccer or anything like that. It's always been football. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to my soccer coach, was Coach Barrington, which he's still at Skyline to this day. And he was like, man, you know, there's a big opportunity. You have a big leg, you know, come and try out. And, you know, for me, it was something foreign. You know, soccer was my first love as far as sports wise goes. And, you know, once I started kicking the football, I mean, I just fell in love, man. Especially Skyline at the time. You know, we were the big dogs back in the day. And, you know, played with Mike Davis, Corey Nelson, Desmond Spencer. I even played with his little brother, which is at SOC now as well, coaching. So, you know, just getting that football vibe, and I started kicking and, you know, fell in love with that, and I started doing that. And at the time, it was Coach Barrington. He would teach me what he could. And at that time, you know, there was not a lot of social media like it is now, where, you know, you could search something on YouTube and you get instructions on how to do everything. So it was more so learning, trial and error. And, you know, luckily I was able to go to Southwest Baptist University, which is up in Missouri. And, you know, I was able to, you know, kick there in college and, you know, have a career there and earn a scholarship. And, you know, now I just want to give back to the community, give back to the kids that, you know, need help. And that's really why I reached out to you.
Hey, let me ask you this on this picture right here.
Yes, sir.
Who's on this picture? It looked like maybe Samp. Is this Samp right here?
Yeah, that's Coach Sam's to the right.
Yeah.
To the left, I don't remember his name, but I think he's still at Skyline helping out. Okay. And then if you see that player on the right, that's actually Javier Hall. I don't know if y'all know him. He was a quarterback at the time.
Yeah, QB. Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up going to UTEP. But yeah, that's Coach Sam's right there back in the day.
Hey, so I'm gonna put up this real quick with it has Coach Beattie on here. Let me find it.
While you look for, hey, Beattie, you ever thought about going to college, or you just strictly high school?
Man, I thought about it when I was younger. You know, having a 5-year-old and 7-year-old right now, and the time that they spend recruiting, it would be really, really hard. I would go now to do something with high school relations. You know, something along that line where I wouldn't have to be gone recruiting.
Yeah. Hey, that high school relations got a nice check connected to it.
When Gilbert left, I was hoping Texas would call me. They didn't call.
All right, Coach. Hey, congratulations on the Hispanics Coaches Association. George, we need to get you on this board one day and stuff like this. You know, these relationships start at the Dub. Coach Beattie will be a head coach. You never know. He might need a kicking coach in the future. But, hey, congratulations to you, Coach Sandoval. And Coach Sweeney don't belong on this list, do he?
Yes, he does.
I was confused by that one.
You know, his wife is Hispanic.
He a brother, though, ain't he? He got on this list.
Hey, man, he Afro-Latino.
He's not Puerto Rican.
He got on the list by default. Oh man, but George, so tell us about some of the athletes that you have coached already. Like here's one of them right here.
Yes, sir. That's Diego Varela from South Oak Cliff. He's one of our top kickers in our academy. He did really good in the state championship game. I think he was 3 for 3 on field goals. He almost broke the record. If he was to get one more, he would have got the record for 5A. Very consistent kicker. The one thing about Diego that I think he needs is a little bit more strength as far as the collegiate level goes. But he's up there, man. He's one of the kids that, you could tell that he wants it and has a big frame as well.
All right. What about this kid?
This is Jonathan Batres. He's actually my younger brother.
Okay.
He's currently a sophomore. He is 15 years old. He recently started kicking as a freshman at Duncanville and was able to play in a state championship game at 15 years old. The kid has passion, has a strong leg as well. He's actually one of the top kickers in our academy as well, alongside Diego. He's definitely one to look out for as a sophomore. And one thing about him, he was invited to the Coles Kicking Camp, which is one of the prestigious camps that a lot of NFL guys go to up in Tennessee.
Oh, wow. Now, that's big because that's where a lot of those scouts and stuff be hanging out at those big kicking camps and academies. Right. And that's definitely where you get picked up. And it's no coincidence that both those schools where you got kickers have good kickers.
Yes, sir. And that's one thing.
That sock kicker is real good. I really like him. I knew that the Duncanville kicker was young, but I didn't know he was that young.
Yeah, he's young. He actually his first game was against DeSoto. They had another kicker that actually was a starter. He was a senior, but he tore his ACL. So after that, he was given the opportunity to come in, and he basically answered the call and did his thing, man. Coach Samples trusted him, and he came up big in a state championship game. One thing I tell a lot of people, some coaches think that, hey, just go out there and kick the ball. It's all about technique. It's all about technique. And on top of technique, you got to think about there's people that are coming to block that punt or block that kick. Operation time it's huge when it comes to kicking. And it gets in high school when you're playing, teams that really don't go after it during the regular season, it doesn't really matter. But once he gets into the state championship game, for example, North Shore was coming for every kick. And if operation time is not at a 1.2 or 1.3, that kick is getting blocked 9 out of 10 times. So that's one thing that I was looking at, just like the DeSoto kicker, the operation time from snap to hold to kick was also pretty good, alongside with Sock. One thing about Sock is one thing that I like about Coach Todd is that they actually kick a lot of field goals during the season to prep Diego to go into a state championship game and make them feel comfortable as far as kicking those field goals. A lot of times during the regular season, DeSoto, Duncanville, Sock, they're gonna whoop on some teams. And me as a kicking coach, as a kicker, I would like to see more, coaches. We're beating this team 60-0, man. Let's give this kicker, a 30, 40, 50-yard field goal to see where his range is at. That way, when it comes to a state championship game, you don't have to worry about him because he's done it before. But a lot of coaches want their kicker to kick a 45, 50-yard field goal in a state championship game when they haven't done it all season.
With 50,000 people in the
stand. Right. So that's something that I want to implement with the Dub and with my Batres Kicking Academy. Yes, I just want to show the coaches as far as where their kickers are at in high school, what I think they need to work on, and give them a chance to kick field goals during the game if they're able to.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up?
Everybody good?
Coach,
Congratulations, man. Big time. Everybody. Hey, and so I've been listening to the show in the background, man, and I got one question for you. Well, not even a question, man. A lot of times, I'm glad you're doing this because I think that's awesome. In our community, a lot of times, when we get to the playoffs and big game situations, we don't have special teams. We don't value that third of the game as much as we do offense and defense. And it's really ironic that you're doing this because one of the things that we talked about with Sock and why Sock was going to win state was they had exceptional defense and they had really good special teams and they can run the ball. You know what I mean? So it got into a situation where if you look at the first game of the season, the first playoff game came down to field goals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then it also goes back to what's the team, the private school team they played? Parish Episcopal. came down to a field goal.
Yes, sir.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So when you have that type of success in those type of games, man, I just think that gives you an advantage. And in this community, we don't pay too much attention or hold value to special teams and kickers. And like you say, man, I saw a coach try to tell a field goal kicker to kick it straight up with his toe lock.
Oh man, I don't want to hear that. I can't.
Nah, true story.
Hey,
listen. I'm talking about less than a year ago. I had to walk away like, nah.
That's some pee-wee football, man.
I did it in pee-wee. That's what I'm saying. That I was the kicker. I did it all the way up to Atwell Middle School. Kicking it was just like ask Jeremy, he'll tell you.
Big toe kicking.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And that's one thing I told Pat. I was like, look, if we could start some of these camps and evaluate these kickers and kind of, send out an email to the head coaches or the coaches and see like, hey, this kicker that you have needs help with this, and this. Sometimes it's just getting in the weight room as well. The kids that I have, I tell them, hey, don't be scared to ask y'all's coaches, man. Hey, what's the schedule like as far as working out? What do I have to do to come in and work out extra hours? A lot of these kids just are scared, honestly, because they don't come and they don't know this environment. They don't know how it is to be in a football team, how players are. They come from a soccer background most of the time. So it's a lot different atmosphere from soccer to football, I'll tell you that. So
do you do punters too? You do punters and
yes, I do punter. I actually punted in college. So I was a punter in college, and so that's what I did. But
what about long snappers?
That's one thing too. At our first ever kicking camp that we had, I actually had a college long snapper at the camp. We held it in Bowie High School. Shout out to Coach Sam out there for letting us use his facilities and everything like that.
Shout out, Coach.
Yes, sir.
And hey, man.
Yes, a lot of long snappers. A lot of long snappers they're vital, man. Alongside the the holder too. It has a lot to do with the holder as well, man. A lot of people just put the ball down. It doesn't work like that either.
Nah, laces out.
Yeah, you have to position the ball. You have to position the ball how that kicker likes it. Every kicker is different. Every kicker is not the same. So it takes a lot of mechanics and working with these people, with these kids actually, and showing them the ropes and showing them how to do it. Let's be honest, a lot of times the holders, they're just kids that either play receiver or they're a quarterback. But just working with, I tell my kickers, hey, grab your holder, grab your long snapper, and even if it's for 5-10 minutes after practice, y'all have to get those reps in. If not, when you go in the game, you're not going to be ready. So that's one thing that I pride myself in telling them to get out their shell. The worst thing, they're not going to tell you no. So it's just more so just being vocal about what you need. That way, once it comes down to a field goal, you're confident to go out there and execute. Because unfortunately, you're not a quarterback, you're not a running back, you're not a receiver where, hey, this play you didn't do good, hey, you got the next play to make it up. Nah, it doesn't work like that as a kicker, as a punter. You have one shot and you gotta get those points.
But you know what though? Long snappers, and I'm gonna go back to long snappers. They are giving out scholarships, full scholarships for long snappers.
Yes.
Like that is a very, very underskilled position right now. And I think that once people start really learning how to long snap, man, some of the longest careers in the NFL are long snappers.
Yes, sir. Getting paid.
You know what I mean? Like you can literally have that job for 20 years.
Yeah.
Making $200,000 to $500,000 a year.
Easy. You know what I mean? And not only that though, but you're going to school for free. You know what I mean? So I love what you're doing, man. I love what you're doing for the community, man. It's definitely needed. And man, keep doing what you're doing, bro, for real. And then whatever we could do to help you, we got you, man, for real.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
So for all you parents out there, if you got you a linebacker, he might not be the fastest, but he got a nice body on him. Bring him on down to camp. We're gonna teach him how to hike. We're gonna teach him how to long snap.
Yes, sir.
And check this out, Jeremy. I'm sorry. You know what's funny about that? Because you just said something, Jeremy, just sparked something in my mind. Here's the funny thing about that. So now, if your son plays linebacker, because it reminds me of a kid we was recruiting. If your son plays linebacker and he can long snap, what he just became was a special team guru for that team. Meaning he's going to have all the film he needs. So when it comes to the NFL, they're looking at guys who have special teams value. You know what I mean? When you start looking at the third and, those type guys. So with him being able to have all his special team reps, kickoff, punt return, whatever, you know what I mean? Those things are extremely, extremely valuable. And I'm sorry, Jeremy, for cutting you off. My bad. That's important. Thinking. If our kids look at that like they look at receivers and DBs and quarterbacks, and take that same energy and focus on snapping. When you talk about reaction time, when you talk about what did you call that? Operation time. When you talk about operation time, from the time the ball snap put down, like that's the difference between getting the ball blocked. It's not the holder per se that has a tiny bit to do with it, but it's how fast can that ball get back to that holder and allow him to put it down.
Yes, sir.
And I just think that if we take that same energy and really get into this, man, in our community, I think that you have something that can be exceptional, man. It's so many people who paying for kids to go to school for free.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And a backup line, I always say a defensive player, because on the punt you actually do got to run down there and make the tackle. But the thing about it is, with the rules they set up, it's easy. It's free money. It's gravy. Nobody lines up over you. You don't get hit. All you got to do is get the ball back there, bro.
Yeah.
All you got to do, man. Like, look, I wish hey, man, go find y'all out here. Y'all spending a lot of money. I'm sorry, your kid ain't gonna be a starter, but he can be the snapper. Yeah. And he still can go to school for free.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, like Coach Carr said, I mean, ultimately is what gets you a scholarship, man. If you see that you're third string in high school, that means most likely you're not going to get a scholarship to go to college, man. So it's time to start thinking about where you can assist a football team. And if you can long snap and you're strong physically and can run a little bit, man, you could go down there and make a tackle. That's what colleges want, and it's whatever could get you a scholarship at the end of the day.
Yes,
and that was George. That was your motivation from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You saw UT coach down there, Coach Mack, and you was like, hey, how do I? So that's amazing. We had that talk last week, and that was the motivation. You're like, hey, they ain't coming down here to see the soccer kids and give us a full scholarship. How can we get this? So for the kids to have that aspiration to be in college and get it paid for free. I mean, I like what Coach Carr just mentioned, just the deep snappers. I wasn't even thinking about this as far as that count, but that probably should be part of this count. We're going to do the punting, we're going to do the kicking, we're going to do the kickoff, all that stuff that's a vital part of the game. And Coach Beattie can speak to it because Coach Mathis handles the special teams. Does he still do that? I know in the past he was the special teams guru.
No, we got Coach Chat. Well, he still has his hands in it, but Coach Chadwick is a special teams coordinator. Coach Chadwick does all of it.
No doubt. But that's how important special teams was to Mathis, because he, as a head coach, he spent a lot of time with them. He spent a lot of time talking to those players and getting them ready for kickoffs and stuff like that.
As a matter of fact, when he went to SMU, that's one thing he focused when he came back was spending as much time as possible at SMU with the special teams.
Absolutely.
And that's one big thing, man. Once you transition to the college game, there's a big emphasis on special teams. A lot of people think that, they just sit down, they don't do anything. No, man, it's harped on and it's studied. You have to do film and everything like that. And that's something I didn't do in high school. There was no film, none of that. So once I transitioned to the college game, I was like, wow, like I have to go to film and watch film and see. It was a cultural shock for me as well, because I was going to Missouri and I was like, wow, like what the hell? Like, what am I doing in Missouri?
You had your own coach and everything.
Yeah, my own coach.
Right. Literally, he really did.
Field goals, specifically for kickoffs and special teams overall.
Now I got a question. When you say the weightlifting, is it kind of a more different type of lifting that kickers do?
Squats. That's what I recommend. Squat.
Get on that squat. Get on them squats, huh?
Flexibility and core. That's what I preach. As far as trying to get your core right, because you're using a lot of your core to excel all that power from your leg. And the flexibility, I've seen kids that have no flexibility where they can't even kick the ball high enough because their leg goes halfway or it doesn't go up at all. So, stretching, a lot of yoga.
Flexors.
That's what I recommend. You see these punters in the NFL, man, they're almost kicking their face when they're kicking.
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, man.
That's huge. That's how you're going to get your 4.8 5-second hang time on punting, and that's what they want in the college level, 4 or 5 seconds to 5. As far as operation time when it comes to kicking, 1.3, 1.2 seconds, and that ball needs to be off. As far as college, every college changes as far as what they want in a kicker. You only need one school to believe in you and like you out of 1,000 schools that are out there, man. And, there's a lot of good kids that are in the DISD and DFW area that can make it. They just don't have the proper guidance.
Hey, so let me ask you a question. How do you feel about rugby kicking? Like on punt, do you like that as opposed to traditional?
I love traditional, but I always tell my punters, like, whether, as far as in college, whatever makes that coach happy. If you have to rugby, that's something you have to adjust to. Rugby is good. Sometimes there's teams that their special teams that are immaculate. You have to probably rugby to buy yourself some time because they have a 4-2 returner back there. So you need some time to let those guys run and get to him. So, if the game plan is to rugby, I just tell my kickers and punters to be versatile in that and train for it too.
Hey, George, let me ask you about the kickoff.
Yes, sir.
I hate those short kickoffs where they're kicking it high in the air and trying to make a fair catch it at the 30-yard line. What do you think about that type of kick?
Man, a lot of times, like I said, it's just they're scared of the returners back there. That's what it is. And either they don't believe in the kickoff team that they have as far as the kids going down there and being able to tackle the guy.
I see that with almost every single school, though. I think I guess it's a tactic with every school. So I guess the other thing maybe is not confidence in the kicker being able to get it to the end zone.
Not necessarily. Most teams, even in the NFL, you'll see it. Some NFL kickers on kickoff will make it to the 5 to the somewhere around there, but they have 5-second hang time on it. So rather than kick it out the end zone, and they're starting at the 25 in the NFL and college, or I think college they start at the 30. They'll rather put a lot of hang time on it and make it to the 5 or 10 yard line, and the kickoff team is going to get there, and now they're starting at the 10 or 8 yard line opposed to the 25 or 30.
No doubt, but I think on those higher kicks as well with the 30, if they do return it, usually you get out to the 40, 45 yard line, so you're giving a team excellent starting field position. It's just a weird phenomenon that's happened over the last maybe 6-7 years.
Right.
Yep. Well, I bet you if you ask Coach how he feel about that, he love it.
How you feel about it, Coach Beattie?
He don't matter the way his defense is playing this year, man. He don't care. Put the ball down. Put the ball down. Wherever you need to put it down, put it down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of times it really depended on how Angel was feeling. there was times where he felt great and he was kicking it out of the end zone like there was no tomorrow. And then there was times where, no matter how hard he tried, he was hooking it, overcompensating, coming across the ball, or he just had no hang time. So we would just sky kick it. Like when we got to Denton Guy, we're not going to kick the Bowen. Bowen's a dangerous dude. We're not going to kick him. I don't care. We have enough confidence in the defense, but we'll give you the ball at the 35 because we know that we can stop you.
Yes, okay. Sir. I'm telling you, those returners back there, man, they be running 4.3s, 4.4. They'll be gone.
I get it. I get it. Because, hell, I've seen too many playoff games where Allen was taking the second half kickoff all the way back. So I get it.
Yes,
hey, that's what I'm saying, man. Special teams, coach. Special teams. And I'm going to tell you another thing about special teams. We need to start catching these punts and stop letting the ball hit the ground. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to add that. Make sure you get some punt returners that know how to start catching punts. Because there's too many field positions you losing, and you're losing too many games because you'll let the ball bounce all the way down to the 10, 9, 8, and 7 yard line where you could have caught it and at least got 5 or 6 yards. Or just learn how to fair catch.
Hey, Coach Carr, we're partnering up with George, so we can make
I saw it, man. George, I'm down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love the energy.
Oh yeah. Oh, you ain't seen nothing, man. You gotta go watch Coach Carr in action when he on that football field.
Hey, I heard he played at Michigan, so I know he come with it.
Oh man, don't bring that up, man.
Oh, speaking of which, we didn't talk to you, man, but we didn't get a chance to talk to you.
Man, I'm gonna say this. TCU. I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna stand on this. Had we not poked the bear, had we just went in there and just played football with all the extra commentary before the game, we would have beat TCU. When you talk to a team and you question their manhood and you question their heart, and you're talking about Texas kids, you bring in something to you that you don't need to be bringing to you. You know what I'm saying? You should have just said, okay, you know what? Boom, we're going to go play ball. TCU wouldn't have did they wouldn't have had the extra emotion going through them that they had, the extra adrenaline. That's why the game went pop, pop, pop. That's why they busted the first play, because they was excited. Once they settled down, that's when you start seeing pop, 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 turnover, touchdown. Yeah. And it took Michigan a little while to be like, all right, man, whatever. And then start exposing them. So what happened was the second half of that game was the game plan that Georgia came into that game with. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at that Georgia game, it was seam routes. It was here. And we're going to run at you, but we was just really running at you. Oh, well, dang, now you a little softy up front. You got 5 DBs in the game. You know what I'm saying? So you're built to protect the top of the defense. And when that doesn't happen, you're pulling people out the box. You know what I'm saying? You're losing gap responsibility. So that second half of that Michigan game was the game plan that Georgia came with. And how about that speech Kirby Smart had? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Coach, did you hear that, Coach? Did you hear me go play, Coach?
It sounded like me.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Don't apologize for that, Coach, for real. Listen. And that was the beauty of that game. You know what I'm saying? But to answer y'all question, yes, it hurt me. I love Michigan. They had a great season. You know what I'm saying? We still 2 times defending Big Ten champs. We beat Ohio State 2 years in a row. And, I'm a proud alum. Win, lose, or draw.
As well you
so
should.
That's what it is.
Hey,
Coach, is Harbaugh staying or leaving?
I'm not sure, Coach. I think that's something that I don't know, Coach. You know what I'm saying? I would love for him to stay. I think as he would like to say, It's not a unfinished business. It's new business. And whatever that new business is finishing it. And I think, I want Coach to finish it. He's close. You know what I mean? Like you're close. You there is a way to win. You know what I mean? And I just think that hopefully these NCAA allegations is not pushing him out the door to find something else. And I just hope he stays, man, and help us get that one we ain't had since '97, Coach. Need the one we ain't had since '97. That's all.
Man, one thing that Coach Beattie said when they were playing the state game earlier, he said once he saw Vandergrift and they were all like, "Oh, look at the stadium" and stuff like that. It kind of reminded me. I think that's how TCU probably was, and Georgia just came ready. They've been there before, and like Kirby Smart said, "Man, we're ready to hunt," and them boys were ready.
No doubt.
Dog mentality. Everybody talk about a dog and dog mentality, but that's a real dog mentality. It ain't. It's you're really about that life. We coming to kick your ass. Yep. Period.
Dang, I lost Coach Carr, but we're gonna go to the picks, and so I'm not gonna be able to bring it up on the screen because I got kicked off my computer, so I'm actually working off the phone now. But we're gonna do NFL picks this weekend.
Oh Lord!
There we go. Let me see what we got. Hold on one second. I'm getting some in the chat right here. Okay, let me try to get Carr back in.
Yeah, he there. So we got NFL picks. Coach Beattie, I guess you able to catch up because I know y'all don't watch too much NFL when the season going on.
I'll tell you what, I got really disappointed. The first game I got to try to sit back and enjoy was the Cowboys and made me turn it off.
There we go. Boy,
yeah, you and me both.
Struggle is real. Here we go. Everybody in?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. All right. We're going to start off with them Seahawks and them 49ers. Let's see who's the smartest this week. And we'll try to have a prize pack at the end of the playoffs or something. Seahawks, 49ers. Let's go with Coach Beattie.
49ers.
Boy, give me a score.
35-17.
Okay, blowing them out. All right, Coach George.
I'm going with the 49ers. Brock Purdy, he's coming in hot. I know he's a rookie, but he's coming in hot alongside the running backs. I think about 28-7.
Woo! It's going down. J-Mac.
I wish they both lose, but I guess I guess I pick some. Give me the 49ers, man. I love their defense. I think 49ers probably got the best defense in the playoffs. And that defense coordinator, get that man a job right now. Quit interviewing Kellen Moore and get his man DeMarco Ryan a job. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Quit playing.
What was the score again?
Huh?
What was the score again? I'm sorry.
Oh man, yeah, they're gonna beat them. 24-3.
Done easy. B Riser.
Yeah, man. Seahawks, man. Geno Smith, he should get comeback player of the year. But 49ers, man, they got the best defense. I'm gonna go 27-10. 49ers.
All right. Coach Carr, you normally don't give scores, but it's no high school tonight, so you shouldn't be afraid.
Well, not so fast. So I like Geno Smith. He's been balling all year. But I played for the 49ers. I had a sack against the Seahawks in Seattle. Where's this game being played?
San Fran.
San Fran.
And I got on the plane and came back to San Fran after that. Nah, man, I'm going to go with San Fran, man. It was a preseason game, but it happened.
It's video evidence somewhere.
Hey, who did you sack?
Oh, Brock Hewitt?
Okay, out of Washington. Old Washington quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, what's the score?
I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really good game, man. I think it 24-21.
Okay. I like that.
Who wins the game?
Hey, I'm gonna go with I hate the 49ers with a passion, and my uncle played with the 49ers in the 70s, but I don't like the 49ers, but I'm gonna have to go with them 38-9. Yeah, I think it's just one of them games where they just murder. All right, Buffalo, Miami. We'll go in reverse order. Coach, what you got?
Buffalo and Miami.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm going with Buffalo. Bill Mafia, man. They playing inspired football right now, baby.
No doubt. What's your score?
Listen, it's gonna be a good game, and it's Tui healthy?
Tua's not playing.
He's not playing.
Oh,
It's
28-7.
I got you. All right, let me go with George. My camera flipped, so I might be out of order now.
Yes, sir. Plain and simple, Buffalo's going to take it, man. I think 35-14.
All right, Coach Beattie.
Buffalo 35-10.
Our popular score. Rise.
Man, I'm taking Buffalo 31-7.
All right, J Mac.
Yeah, I think emotion is gonna be high. The player Hamlin got released. He back at home. It's cold, and I don't know what whenever you tell me a team from Florida got to go play in Buffalo, bruh, come on, man, stop it. Yeah, fought it. Buffalo fought it.
40. What's the sport? 40 to what?
3.
Woo! Right. Hey, and I was thinking them 40 burgers though, so I'm gonna go 42-14 over Miami. All right, here we go.
The quarterback now?
Huh?
Teddy Bridgewater.
I mean, Bridgewater's the quarterback now?
Yes, sir.
Never count Bridgewater out, baby. I'm just gonna tell you that.
He another Florida boy that's going to Buffalo.
Great point, J-Man. All right, let's look at Cincinnati and Baltimore. And I heard that what's his name is not playing.
Lamar.
Yeah, he's just sitting out for a contract.
I don't think it would have mattered if he paid or not, to be honest with you. But anyway.
All right, J-Mac.
You said Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, Baltimore.
Hey, man, it's hard for me to bet against Joe Cool, man. Joe Cool, that's probably my favorite quarterback right now. Yeah, I even went to the game when they came out here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was rooting for the Cowboys, but I want to see Joe play. So give it Joe Cool, man. 38-28.
38-28. All right, B. Rise, what you got, brother?
Man, let me just say this. Even if Lamar Jackson was playing, I don't think the outcome would have been too much different. But Ravens got a top 5 defense. They're going to keep it competitive. I'm going to go 24-20 Bengals.
24-20 Bengals. All right, Coach Beattie.
Get the gap, Cincinnati.
Get the gap.
What they gonna blow them out by?
21-10.
All right.
Okay.
Coach George.
I'm going Cincinnati 31-10.
All right, 31-10. Coach Carr.
I think you guys are forgetting that Mr. Huntley, the backup quarterback with the Baltimore Ravens, is a third Pro Bowl quarterback this year. So let's not think that you guys are going against a scrub. And if Baltimore defense shows up and play, we're talking about a different ball game. And then with that being said, I'm gonna go with the second crib, Baltimore. And when y'all say it, it's Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay?
I got to get that accent. I'm gonna go hang out in Baltimore for a little bit.
You gotta come hang
that
this. I'm going to Baltimore. I'm going to Baltimore next week.
That door.
Yeah, everything with an R. Everything's pronounced with an
R. And here's what you don't know about Baltimore. Baltimore is a state by itself.
What?
Yeah.
So when you say you from Texas, they say, nah, we from Baltimore. Maryland, right? Nah, Baltimore.
So they from Baltimore.
There you go.
Yeah. They ain't from Maryland.
All right, what's your score for this upset?
21-14.
All right.
21-17. 17.
All right, and since Baltimore has a third string, you said the quarterback is in the Pro Bowl, third string quarterback for the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Since they don't play the Pro Bowl game anymore, it's 31-13 Cincinnati. All right, let's move on to New York and Minnesota.
Was you trying to take a shot? Go ahead and move on.
Sluggo. All right, Minnesota Giants. I'll go first. Everybody's predicting upset for the Giants. I don't see it. I know Minnesota is soft as a Twinkie, but I think they'll at least win this game in the first round. So we're gonna go Minnesota 31, the Giants 24. All right, Coach Carr, what you got?
Well, Jesse Armstead is the linebacker coach for the Giants, and he went to Carter. So I'm gonna go with Coach James and Coach Armstead and Senator Royce West off that 88 team. And
don't say that, because Ross probably be at the game for the coin talk.
Hey, Ross is on Carter High, so don't get it tripping. You know,
I still don't get it. He did lose the case.
He did.
I'm just saying.
He did not lose the case. Listen.
He fought hard, though. He fought hard.
That man been riding that wave since 88.
Man, like a mother. He was out there when Mike Irvin was out there in the mink coat.
Yeah. Listen, all I'm gonna say is you gotta appreciate greatness. That's all I'm gonna say.
I wish.
Hey, Senator West is a living legend. So with that being said, I'm going with the Giants. Who they playing?
Minnesota.
Oh. Yeah. So I'm gonna go 28-24.
Who?
Giants. The fighting Royce West.
The Royce West. Okay. All right, Coach George, who you rocking with?
Man, I think Kirk Cousins and Jets, it's going to be too much for the Giants. I'm taking Minnesota. Jefferson.
Oh, Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson and Kirk Cousins going to light it up. I think Vikings 24-14.
All right. Kirk Cousins and Kurt Franklin. All right, Coach Beattie.
Minnesota 28-17.
All right. All right, B Risers.
Man, I'm taking Giants, man. I think they're gonna run the ball well. They're gonna control the clock, man. Give me 27-24 Giants.
Okay. I like this. We got some movement. J Mac. It's on you, so what you gonna do?
It's in Minnesota. It's not during prime time. So I'm gonna take the best of the two worst quarterback. Give me Kirko. You like that? You like that?
What's the score?
I think it's gonna be a close bad game, man. Give me something like 17-14.
Ooh, I ain't saying that. But all right, hey, this Jacksonville LA Chargers is an interesting game. J Mac, what you thinking about this? I don't have a feel for this game just of yet.
Man, if Sunshine played the way he played in the second half against the Cowboys, they gonna win the Super Bowl. He probably ain't gonna be able to do that. It's in LA, right?
No, it's in Jacksonville.
It's in Jacksonville.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna take the Jaguar. Give me Sunshine.
All right. Let's go.
In honor of our coach we got here, I'm gonna do a field goal, last second field goal.
Love it.
We're gonna go 21-20.
Look, I was waiting on Coach to give us a field goal.
24-21. I'm sorry, 24-21.
24-21. Okay, I was waiting on Coach George to give us a field goal margin. I was just waiting on it. I thought he was going to do it. B. Roz, what you got, sir?
Man, you know what, man? A lot of people sleeping on Jacksonville, man. You know what? They are one of the hottest teams in the fair right now. That ass whooping they gave Cowboys wasn't no fluke, man. I'm going to go with Jacksonville 21-20. I think they're going to win on the field goal. 21-20 Jacksonville.
Coach Beattie, what you seeing, sir?
Give me LA 21-17.
All right. Coach George, what you got?
Man, I was about to say I'm leaving it to this one. The kicker for LA Chargers is actually Cameron Dicker. He actually kicked at Texas.
Yeah, from Texas.
He kicked at Texas. So I'm taking the Chargers 24-21. I think at the end of the day, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and the Herbert connection is going to be live.
There it is. Coach, do you play fantasy football with kickers or something? Probably know all the kickers in the league.
I know who I'm gonna be calling before the draft next year.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you can never go wrong with Justin Tucker.
No, you're right about that. You're right about that. Coach Carr, what would it look like?
So I was standing next to Justin Herbert. He looked down and he saw my J's and he was like, "Yo, those are dope. I like those." And I said, "Thank you." And we won the AFC Pro Bowl. And he's gonna win again tomorrow or whenever they play. So that's why I'm going with Justin Herbert. That
was kind of like considering he went to Oregon, that was kind of like a conversation starter because it ain't like he ain't never seen them before.
What he did.
He coming from Oregon. He done seen all the shoes.
He ain't seen all of
them. He saw your shoes before you had them.
No, he didn't. Because if he did, he would have been like, "Yo, I saw those before." But he was like, "Yo, those are dope." I'm just saying what the said. So I'm going with Justin Herbert.
What's the score?
Who they playing?
Jacksonville. We have one of these moments every show. Oh man, what you got, Coach?
I got 38. 24-31.
24-31. All right, good job. I'm gonna take. I like Jacksonville. I like the team colors. I like the little swag of Duval. I like all that. They playing at the crib. I just don't think they're ready yet this year. LA is a big time underachiever with all the talent they have. They probably should change coaches. Bring Coach Beattie out there to kick him in the butt. I'm gonna go with the Chargers 27-17 over Jacktown. Woo! Here we go. Last pick of the night. Lord have mercy. Coach Carr, how you feel about this Dallas-Tampa game? My Lord.
I'm torn. I'm a Cowboys, love the Cowboys, ride the Cowboys all day. They playing the GOAT. And I've been knowing the GOAT for a long time. He's a Michigan man. So this is rough. But you know what? I'm a Cowboy fan through and through. I believe Brady gonna be at the Raiders next year anyway. And the Cowboys, like we always say every year, this is our year. I know people don't believe it, but Zaire. It's always Zaire to do something. So, so I got us winning, man. I don't even. I mean, listen. Oh, and you know what? The DC is my partner, Larry Foote. The Goody is the OC, my sister head coach. Woo! God, I don't know. Can I come back?
yeah. Let's come back to coach. Let's come back to coach, man. Let's come.
Oh my Lord. Oh Lord. George, what you got, sir?
Man, I love the Cowboys. I think the last time they won a Super Bowl was, boy, I was like 5 or 6 years old. So I'm taking the Cowboys. I think Michael Parsons is going to come up huge, probably 2 to 3 sack day. I'm taking the Cowboys 34-31 field goal, Brett Maher 50-plus yarder to win the game.
Well, you're very optimistic. All right. Coach Beattie, I need some commentary on this. What you got?
Man, I'm taking the Cowboys. The Cowboys are going to end Tom Brady's career at Tampa. And if they don't, they need to fire the whole damn coaching staff and rebuild. I'm tired of excuses. Jerry's got to move out of the way, man, and let these damn coaches coach and get the personnel they need. Cowboys 28-14. They're gonna, you know, Tom's is gonna leave. Not only is he worried about how much money he gave his ex-wife, but he's gonna be mad and not want to come back to Tampa
Bay. Oh my God, coach.
Mr. Brian.
Man, this, you know what, Buccaneers always they match up well with the Cowboys, man. They always give us problems. For some reason, Buccaneers give us problems, man. But you know what? I think Brady probably been one of his worst seasons, you know, with his divorce and all that. I don't think, you know, I don't think he's in the right mental state right now. And, you know, I'm a homer, man. So I think Cowboys, I like Cowboys big, man. I'm going 28-14.
Oh, hey, we got an identical score to Coach Beattie. Mack, big Cowboy fan. I'm a big Cowboy fan, but you may even be bigger than me. Talk to me.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. You know, I'm definitely a diehard. So I already got the Cowboy, but I don't even know how. You know what I'm saying? Because they playing the devil. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta play the devil at his house. So, you know, I don't know how they gonna beat this devil, this vampire that don't get old. But you know, we're gonna beat him in the name of Jesus.
Amen. Hallelujah.
And I don't even know. The Lord rose in 3 days, so give me the Cowboys by 3. We're gonna beat this devil.
What's your score?
You know, I think this gonna be I'm gonna give a field goal game. I'm saying Cowboys gonna get 4 field goals and a touchdown. What's that? 19-14.
Woo, that's an old rock and sock 'em. Coach Carr, you got your score before I go to my commentary?
Listen, man.
Cowboys by 3.
I think Tampa Bay gonna win. So I think Tampa Bay gonna win by 10. Unless the Cowboys can figure out who they are.
Woo! Tampa by 10. All right, guys. I got a quick commentary. So this is a trophy that I had for when Matt won the season or whatever. I still haven't got it to him. But after the Cowboys lost to Washington last week, this is what happened to the trophy.
Oh.
It just mysteriously broke in half after they got knocked off my shelf. I was talking to my son the other day. I got two sons. One son is a big Philadelphia Eagle fan. I don't know what the hell happened to him at birth. The other son,
you failed in fatherhood already,
bro. My youngest son is a gigantic Cowboy fan. So my son messing with me, say the Eagles won the division. Ha ha, we the greatest. Y'all haven't won playoff games hardly in the last 20 years. I said, son, I can rest easy on my 5 Super Bowl trophies to your 1. And you know what my youngest son said, who's a Cowboy fan? This boy said, Dad, it would be awesome if I ever could have seen them win a Super Bowl. I wasn't alive yet. I'm like, God, no. But he a big Cowboy fan. He's never seen them win a Super Bowl. He ain't never seen them in an NFC championship game. What the hell is going on in Dallas? I don't get it. I'm scared of the GOAT because he come out there with them goat horns and that Michigan bravado, and he pisses on our Cheerios. He's 7-0 against us. And this is how I'm going to attack this. If Dallas wins, we're going to win 17-14. If Tampa Bay wins, they're going to win 28-6. I'm out.
Damn. But you only can give us 1.
I have no confidence in this game whatsoever. Guys, I appreciate y'all for jumping on the dub. George, you definitely be a reoccurring guest as we start kicking off the camp and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Coach Beattie, any shout outs, any parting words, anything you want to say to the Desoto U community? Before you say that, when is the parade again?
The 21st is the parade.
Next Saturday.
Yeah. We have next Thursday is the mayor's dinner. And the 25th is a banquet.
All right,
Maybe
good deal.
Ring ceremony's not till March.
What's in March?
Ring ceremony.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, make sure you get mine. I'll give you my size after the show. Or at least give me an extra medal y'all got stashed.
I got you. I got you at the medal part.
Okay, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hey, everybody, we will be out there with our Southside versus Everybody towels. Make sure you get one of those as a collector's item. You will never see this again. You'll probably see DeSoto or Sock or Duncanville win again, but you won't see them probably win at the same time. I don't know. I could be wrong. But come get your collector's items. Anyway, we will be out there slanging those at the parade and throwing out candy to the kids or something. We'll probably put something on the truck, a dub sign or something. So shout outs, Coach. Who you got shout outs? What you want to say to DeSoto U Nation?
Man, I tell you what, I appreciate DeSoto, the community, our parents, our players, our staff. You know, I got a lot of flack because I posted on Facebook about looking for a job and giving DeSoto the option to counter or match any offer. And I guess I should have been more clear, looking for a head job. I wouldn't leave DeSoto for just another position job. I have no complaints. I love it. I have one of the best head coaches in the state of Texas. We have a great group coming back. Don't be surprised if you see Sock, DeSoto, and Duncanville once again next year in the state game. I'm calling it right now. Don't be shocked.
I'm with you on that one.
I'm with you on that one.
I agree.
Okay, my bad. Look, this will be the towel next year, but we're gonna add the Lancaster logo. All right. So
yeah.
We'll see about that, man.
Yeah. No, I got confidence in Coach Paul. We got it. We working it. Matter of fact, Coach Paul, hey, we need your kickers. Go on and send us your kickers and your long snappers, and we're gonna have them ready.
And your backup kicker.
And your backup kicker.
Yeah.
You just go on and send them. We're gonna get them ready.
On all levels.
Coach George, tell them about this one more time, and then we'll leave with your closing arguments.
Yes, sir. Just like I said, we're partnering up with the Dub, Batres Kicking Academy. We're trying to bring this, all the kickers out there, kickers and punters and long snappers that want to come out and participate and get better. That way I can get evaluated. That way I can have a great season in 2023, come out to these camps that we're going to be hosting soon.
We're gonna start really soon because we know it's spring practice coming up. We want you to be great in spring, and then we'll kick some more off in the summertime so you can be great in the fall. Any shout outs?
Man, any shout outs right now? Honestly, it's just to Duncanville, DeSoto, and Sock. You know, like y'all said, the trifecta happened, and you know, when I was back at Skyline, we couldn't bring one for Coach Samples, but what a coincidence! You know, a couple years later, he's a state champion, and my little brother's part of it. So big shout outs to D-ville. Tomorrow is actually their parade. Friday is their parade. At 7 p.m. So y'all can go out and support. And I just want to shout out all the kickers that came through and you know had private lessons with me and kicked and everything like that. We're just gonna turn it up a notch with y'all and assistance and just build relationships, man. That's what we're here for, and to help out these kids. You know, have a dream and get out of here and play in collegiate level.
Hey, I got one more thing before we go. Tell them who your freshman soccer coaches were, because I did not know this.
So back when I was at Skyline, this was back in 06. Our freshman coach was actually, well, our freshman and JV coaches were Coach Todd and Coach Jones. They were actually out there. They didn't know anything about soccer, but one thing they hated was like, man, y'all motherfuckers better not lose. That's what I don't know what y'all doing kicking the ball. Y'all better not lose. And I was
I wonder what that was, punishment or something to be they had to be the soccer coaches.
That sounds just like Todd too, boy.
Hey, as a matter of fact, George said Todd was worse back then.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's one person I didn't want to get on his bad side or anything. I was like, man, hell no. I'm 10 minutes early to everything.
Coach George, did y'all win?
What's that?
Did y'all win?
Yeah, we were undefeated. We wouldn't lose at all. Not back in the day.
That's what's up, Coach Todd, boy. I gotta say, man, you gotta bring some pictures or something. We got
hey, man, 2-time win and everything.
Like a mother, bro.
Soccer.
Yeah, hey, man, well, guys, y'all got any closing statements before we get out here? We appreciate these coaches so so awesome. Coach Beattie, we go way back. Coach George, we're about to make some things happen big time in the future. Appreciate you guys jumping on the stage.
I'll be back. We'll be back Sunday.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if we're gonna do the QB show. I gotta hit the guest up and see if we can still get them to come back. If not, we still gonna be on. So
hey, y'all
we got a lot to talk about. Huh?
Y'all watch out for Keelan Russell.
Oh, I already know.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad boy.
Yeah.
And there's some QBs out here in the transfer portal that's looking for a home. We'll talk about it later, though.
Hey, Coach B. Rise, anything before we roll out?
Oh, I don't have anything, man.
Yeah, I know they ravaging your school over there at Lake Ridge, man. Y'all get back into Lake Ridge, man. It's a beautiful campus.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful over there, man. Just because them coaches don't care if you go to college or not, don't mean you got to transfer, man. God dang. Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live, man.
We're very live. We're so live right now.
That ain't no reason to be packing up leaving just because them coaches don't give a damn about getting you to school.
Now you rhyming too?
Bars.
Bars.
Drop the mic. Coach Carl, what you got, boss? Oh man.
Oh man, y'all made my night. Hey, Coach, how do I say your name?
Batres.
Which one? Beattie.
Yeah,
oh, Beattie.
Hey, good luck, Coach. You're gonna be a great head coach, man, and I love to follow your career. And keep doing your thing, man. And congratulations to you, Coach George, man. Love what you're doing in the community, man. And I think you guys definitely need to link because there's definitely a a large population of Hispanics that could definitely use you guys' guidance because they are the next generation moving through to play this game that we love. And I think that you guys can help spearhead a lot of that movement, man. So I think y'all definitely need to hook up and see what you can get going for the community. That would be real dope. And to the rest of you guys, man, great show, man. That's it.
Man. Appreciate it. Hey, Decorian Moore, you are a punter. I forgot about that. You need to come to this camp. Mama Moore, get Decorian Moore to this camp.
No, Decorian, you stay at home. We trying to get Jordan's little brother to move over to punter. You just get ready to catch some balls, brother.
Rook, Decorian, he surprised me. He could kick that ball. Once in a while, he'll get one hanging too much high in the air.
Yeah, he did that at the championship.
Yeah, he surprised me. And then fakes that weren't really fakes, but he ran that ball.
That's them self-call runs.
Yeah.
Hey, damn near took samples out. What was that game? What game was that? I didn't know samples gonna make it on that one.
Man, one thing about Decorian, he reminds me a lot of Mike Davis.
Yeah,
okay. Big time comparison to compliment.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, hey, it's been fun. Episode 27 in the books. DeSoto, you in the building. We out this thing. Peace.
Watch this.
Football talk.
You still live, man. You just go cut it off.
Watch this.
It ended and it won't play. Good Lord. I guess you know how we're gonna end it? I'm just gonna put the advertisement up here because my computer going crazy, my phone going crazy. We out, Coach Carr. Appreciate you. The dub.